What's going on, guys? From Down Under here, and thanks for joining me again on Total War Warhammer. And I have a 3v3 battle for you today. And can you guess who the 3 or the 6 factions are? You can't? Alright, I'll reveal them too. It's the Empire, the Dwarves, and the Greenskins versus the Empire, the Dwarves, and the Greenskins. So we're quite nicely matched up. We're all differently positioned, so we're not exactly going to be Empire versus Empire on the flanks or whatever. We're mumbled up a little bit. Or I mumbled up a little bit. We're jumbled up a little bit. So let's get on with the battle. Well, not with the battle. Let's check out the units. So we'll start off with my side. In particular, we'll start with my faction. So starting off with my cavalry, I have two. Might take that. Well, I'll leave it on. I have 2 demigriff halberd knights and 1 outrider, so just a normal rifleman or musketman, whatever you want to call them, and a grenade launcher. So they'll give a bit of a close-up of them. They'll be quite effective on the battlefield. And I've also got a Reichsguard. So I've never realised how good this unit actually looked until now. I actually paid attention now. They have a really nice chest plate and finer details in the armor, which is good. And I suppose you could also count the steam tank as part of the cavalry. So I've got a steam tank ready to go. Alright, I've also have 2 cannons as my artillery. 2 cannon units with 4 pieces in total, so that'll be effective at taking them down from a range. Making up my infantry, I have 1 crossbowman and I have 2 handgunners. So that's basically the setup. I always have 2 gunners, 1 crossbowman. Lining up behind them, I have... how many units have I got of them? I have 2 units of shielded spear infantry. And I also have 2 units of halberdiers, so 1 on either side. In the center, I have my bright wizard, who's looking a little bit dark at the moment, a bit black and white. And at the rear, I have, of course, some great swords. So adding 3 units of them to add that extra bit of steel to the infantry component of my army. Also to the army in general, they're quite a powerful unit. And I have flying up here on a griffin is my Empire general. So there you go. That's my setup at the moment. Let's go check out my allies, the Dwarves. So the Dwarves have 5 cannon units. 5 cannon units. They have 6 quarrelers, so the crossbowmen, and they're pretty effective at being melee infantry as well. They have 6 longbeards, so hence the longbeards there, and they're quite decent infantry. They have their general unit, who's this big, axeman. He's a great axe infantry. And 2 units of hammerers, so they're quite good infantry as well. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they throw dynamite. No, they probably don't. So that's the Dwarves. Now, our next ally is the Greenskins. So starting off with the Greenskins, our allies, they have 4 goblin spears. So spear infantry. They have 4 of them. We won't go all the way to the other end because it's pretty much the same. And they've got 1 night goblin sword infantry. So yeah, and I think they also get like a ball and chain goblin on there too. It goes berserk. Alright, and looking at the rear, they have 8 black orcs. So the bulk of their army is made up of black orcs, as you can see, all the way through. Quite a powerful orc infantry unit, and they're well armoured, so they look fantastic. Their unit is also an unmounted unit. I can't remember what his name is. I can never remember any of the heroes' names. That's why I just call him. He's a great axe infantry. There you go. Keep on going there, and in the trees here, hiding away, are these 4 arachnoric spiders. So looking pretty mean. They've got goblins on the top there with bow and arrows, so they've got 4 of them. So these guys are quite heavily prepared for the battle and should be able to make their opposing side, who is the Empire, tremble in fear is the word I'm looking for. Now let's go and check out the opposition. So we might start off with the dwarves, who's on the other side. So let's check them out. All right, so they've got them all over the place. No, they haven't. They have hammers. How many hammers have they got? They've got 3 hammers, and they're actually scattered a little bit out. They've also got 3 longbeards, which is great. They've got 3 longbeards. They have 4 torpedo iron drakes, so lined up here. And they've also got 1 flamethrower unit as well, 1 flamethrower iron drake unit right there. And they have, what else have they got around here? They've got 2 organ guns. So I'm also looking at the list I've got there too. It just helps me identify the units. They've got 2 organ gun units. So nothing really long range, which is surprising. You'd think it'd have their great cannons, or their cannons here, but they don't. So, but anyways, they got 2 organ gun units. They also have the same great axe infantry. Everybody seems to have this. Nobody has the. I haven't seen anybody use the grudge bearer so much. I think he's the best there is in the best of all the dwarf heroes, because he's mounted. He does a bit of shock to everyone, which is. But anyways, people just do what they want to do, I suppose. And there's a runesmith around here too. I went past him. So there's 1 runesmith, and there's 2 slayer dwarf infantries on either side. So quite fast, able to take down heavier units quite easily. Right, so that's the enemy dwarves. Now let's look at the enemy greenskins. They're a little bit all muddled up, the way they're formed up, but they have 2 doomdiver catapults. Over here they've got 2 savage orc boars. Is that right? They got 2. So yeah, 1, and the second one is there. So 2 savage orc boar boy biggins. That's what they got. They got 2 of them. So that's a bit of a mouthful to say. They've also got. Let's look at the front here. They have some black orcs. Looks like they've got 2 black orcs. Yep, on either side. And in the center they've got orc boys. So just your general orc infantry, but they're quite powerful. Don't underestimate them. And they've got savage orcs at the rear, as well as another orc biggins. They've got 2 orc biggins units. And like my ally, they've also got 4 arachnoric spiders. So evening up the numbers pretty much, the matching so far. And also they've got the same hero unit too, unmounted, very heavy infantry style unit. Alright, so let's turn to the Empire. So the enemy Empire, they have a lot of heavy infantry units. So we'll start at the rear, that's hidden back here. They have 3 demigriff knights with a halberdier weaponry, so quite nice. He's got a mortar, a steam tank, and at the front, we'll start off with the infantry. Look, it's actually a little bit too hard to see because of the trees, but he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units of great swords, so he's got a lot of heavy infantry there, as well as having 5 handgunners and 3 spearmen. So not too much in the spearmen category, but we don't really have too much. Oh, we do. We have there's four spiders for him to contest, and he's also got a mounted griffin there as well for his hero. I think he's got Carl Franz in his, and I've just got the normal Empire General. So that is the setup for both sides for today. Now let's turn our attention to the battle. And we'll leave it just like this for the time being. We're kicking off. The artillery pieces are going to fire on each side. Not too much movement, except for the dwarves. They're moving forward a bit. Steam tanks are firing. The mortars actually, I never realised how good they actually look, but look quite nice when they're firing. So, and with my army, I'm starting to move mine up first because I'm realising that there's a lot of fire coming in from those doom divers, so I may as well march forward. Might just get a bit more cinematic view. March forward a bit to try and move our lines forward, and maybe even take on the Greenskins. So I've also got my Outriders going out. I believe they're the great grenade launcher one variety. Are they, or the normal Outriders? Yeah, they're the grenade launcher variety. So moving them out forward to try and stir them up a bit, try to get them into a fight. I believe we are targeting the Dwarves. So, do we do any damage? Yes, we do. Put them right out. And we've also got the other Outriders too, the Riflemen. But here come the Orcs, so the big uns coming through, taking a few of them out along the way. But these guys I don't think were set up in the skirmisher mode. Now they're running, which is good. Get them back. Got the crossbowmen ready to face and start volleying into there. There were already a couple of bolts moving in. And the grenade launchers are back wanting to take on some more. Yeah, they took this guy out. Oh, let's see. Take anyone out? Nope, they haven't taken anyone out. But they've done some damage. There's a bit of blood was spilled there. Definitely. The boars are in retreat and there's quite a lot of damage done to them. Not so much to the dwarves. I don't see them unless they've retreated in here. No, they haven't. They're still standing strong. Artillery pieces are also going. Grenade launchers are back again, and there's some flames hitting my cavalry. Reichsguards come in. So we just took a bit of a hammering there, and we've just smashed through their lines. Kept on smashing them. Going after the organ guns here. I think they get a volley off, do they? Do they get one volley off? They do not. So they might have got one and I missed it, but that's good. We needed to take out the artillery piece. Even though it's not a long range one, it could still do some significant damage to us later in the game once the infantries have been taken down on both sides a bit. The heroes coming back to help out the organ guns. So I think it's a little bit too late. I think we might have put one in retreat. We can possibly do two. Two are now in retreat. So they'll be running and we'll probably chase them. Yep, they've gone. They're in full retreat now. Hopefully they don't come back. So nothing really happening on either side here. They're just sort of lined up and they're still exchanging artillery fire. All the battle that's going on at the moment is over on this side. I'm taking on two factions, the dwarves and the orcs. So the two factions of a lot of muscle. So here we are. We've got the hammerers coming. Are they the hammerers? No, they're longbeards coming in after the crossbowmen. My handgunners are picking them off a bit. He took his head off clean. Now I've got my heavier spearmen coming in, the halberdiers coming in to help take them out so my ranged units don't get clobbered too much. What's going on over here? So, oh, I missed it. I missed the demigriffs charging in, but they look to be in retreat now. But the outriders are shooting away and they're copping some flame damage at the moment. So I wasn't really paying attention. As I am in this replay, I'm not really paying that much attention to the whole battle. And it's only happening on my side, it should be easier to observe. But demigriff knights are back, coming back in, so let's follow them into battle. See how they do. And brilliant, that's a unit we needed to take out, so they'll stand back up, but have to cause some disruption to their attack. And look, they're standing back up. How much is they're down to 10? Demigriff knights are super strong. The shame I didn't see their initial damage, but yeah, they're super strong units, and they've taken quite a few of these flamethrowers out, but they're still in the fight. And we're going into retreat again. Damn. That's no good. There's a runesmith there, so he'll probably coin an artillery strike in him if we're not careful. Looks like the infantry fight's going in the dwarf favour, and the orcs, the greenskins, have charged in. They're taking out my ranged units, so it's not looking too good for me at the moment. The greenskins and the dwarves are both concentrating on me. Meanwhile, my allies, the dwarves, are taking on half of the greenskins, but they've also got the heavier the spiders coming in, so that's a fair bit to take on. And my greenskin allies are now in combat with the Empire on this side. It sounds so weird to say because I'm the Empire as well. Look at all this blood. There's so much blood in this game. I don't know what any of you guys think about the blood and gore patch that you have to buy, downloadable content they call it. I reckon it's just a patch is all it is. It's not a, you can't really count that as downloadable content. It should have been in the game to begin with, but the blood and gore thing, I think it's going to, it kills the game a little bit for me. Like there's just too much. Like look at this. Look at all the blood on this. There is not that much blood there to be covering the whole entire spider in blood. It's just, yeah. Well, interestingly, at least there's some. Was there some footsteps of blood? No, there wasn't. But let's see how we go. The Empire's in retreat a bit, so our allies have done their job. They've pushed them back, making them have to retake up position on the hill. The hero unit's about to die. If they kill him, that's the morale gone of the Empire. It looks like they're about to do it. But over here we'll see what's going on. The Dwarves are holding a strong line against these Greenskins, and the Greenskins are shifting attention away from me and onto the Dwarves now, because I'm pretty much finished. The Dwarves have done a great number on me, but I'm still in the fight. Not to say I'm completely out. The Slayers are coming. If I can take down the Slayers, that's their heaviest infantry gone, and I can possibly use my hero unit in the fight. I don't like using even too early on when there's units that are especially good at taking down heavier units still around, or at full capacity. So hopefully we can take them down a bit. The flames are coming in. And what is this? The Demigryph Knights are back again. They're being chased by the Runesmith. And the Slayers, and we knock them around. So that's good. We've taken a bit of pressure off of the infantry there. They probably would have gone in and taken out, or taken the fight against the infantry, but it doesn't look like it matters anyways. They're in retreat too, so not good. They could have stuck around a bit, but then they're hero units there, so it's quite a tough thing. It doesn't take any damage really. Look at that. Cavalry, the Outriders are still here. They're running back. The grenades, I believe, have been taken out, so not so good. There they are. So we're all retreating. The Dwarves, so they've got the battlefield shifted to this sideways now. Instead of being like this, it's now in a formation like this. So the armies have moved around a bit. I'm still managing to stay in this fight with my range units. Got mostly range units at the moment, the crossbowmen and the handgunners and a couple of spearmen. So hopefully they keep on doing a bit of damage. I've got my bright wizard, so maybe he'll be able to do some kind of magical damage. Quarrelers are firing into the orcs, the Greenskins. They're basically orcs. They've got no goblins. And allied dwarves are going in, chopping them up. So nice. And they're going in retreat, and they probably won't come back. I don't believe. Is that the ally? Yeah, this is the ally. Yeah, the enemy is going in retreat. So not too bad. But here we go. We've got. Hey, I've got a bit of a fight still left in me. I'm bringing in my missile cav. So the Outriders, they're coming in, walking along this hill. So that looks quite nice actually. It's a nice little shot there, scenic. Love that, you're probably into that. But the Dwarves, so we've done a fair bit of damage to them. Mostly, yeah, they're pretty much on a knife edge really. Most of the units are almost taken out, so we've still got some sort of artillery firing into them. Oh yeah, the dwarf cannons. So hopefully they can take down a few along the way, but there's got some units in retreat. Is that an organ? Ah yeah, they're firing on the organ guns. So this is what I was talking about. It could have been used against us now if we didn't have any cannons taking them out. So they've done well, pushed them away. Now they need to concentrate their fire more so here now. They get some of that infantry. And here we are, we've got some more units coming back in. So I've used my hero unit to come over and give them some morale. So the morale bars have filled up. And these are the great swords coming back into it. Now we're all pushing in charging at the Dwarves because they're all that's left. Everyone else has retreated on them, so we managed to turn this battle around quite well. It didn't look like it was going so well, but maybe that's because I was doing most of the fighting early on and I was losing, hence why I've got so little troops to engage here. But using my range, and now here we go, we're going to charge in. A bit of a cheeky charge because there's not much. I'm trying to take the glory from the field today. And that's pretty much it. I have the Slayers there, they're going to be taken down just like these Slayers here. Got my hero unit in there. And they're gone. Are they gone? There's only one left. So, there he is. He got picked up and thrown to the ground. There we go. Now we have to take out the hero unit. So, my own's coming in here too. He's full of blood. Lots of bolts flying at him. Just stomp everyone. Using something, or was that one of our little buffers that were going on there? Still alive, but looks like he is going to die. We've got 14 seconds left, he'll be dead really soon. But that's pretty much the end of the battle, so thanks again guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this battle. It was actually quite a fun battle, one of my favourite battles I've had online. So if you liked the video, please hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment below, and I will see you all next time.